But I mean, Aziri, so how much of that second game were you able to see? Or first game, excuse me?
Honestly, not that much. It was just that last little team fight. I didn't really like see too much into it, but all I saw was just the quick scoreboard, the goal difference, and then that was pretty much it. I didn't really see too much of it, but all I saw was just a huge goal advantage from the Hammerheads compared to Toronto. What did you think about that game?
Music? I mean, I watched it, and the one thing that I did notice, I was telling Hoovy during that, is that I just felt like overall, the Hammerheads just seemed more of a like combined group, and like every time that it was either going to be like a 1v1 or like a 2v1, it always just felt like Hammerheads always just had more bodies, and especially early on in the game, they took a lot of. I feel like Toronto took a lot of unnecessary team fights at the Dragon very early on that cost them the game. We did watch the Cho'Gath end up, and both Orin there, TP onto the bottom for Dragon number 2 and Dragon number 3, and they were just going to get outmatched by that Akali with just the amount of damage that Akali was able to do. I mean, I'm hoping if you're Toronto, you sit there and, you know, your bans here might be that Akali. But, I mean, if we're looking at this here on the bottom, the bans came in. They're each going with the same 3. The Yorick, the Blitzcrank, and that's the Urgot, right? Who's the, what's his name, Zero? I always forget. The new guy that's on the screen.
You're not live on my screen, but the new guy, Udyr?
Yeah, Udyr. That's who it is. Yeah, Udyr. They ended up bringing out Udyr here. They banned that, and then they also banned the Trundle Scion Sejuani, same as they did for game number 1. And I'm honestly surprised here the Hammerheads just didn't insta-pick that Akali. It worked so well for them in game number 1. Figured they would just run it back again, because why not? You didn't ban them, so we might as well take advantage of it. But the Hammerheads are going to go ahead and select their bot lane off the bat with the Morgana Misfortune. And Titanium will respond back with a Caitlyn Lux picks here. So we already know our bottom, and we already know our support here. So these last 2 bans are probably going to be, I mean, if they do it how they did before Zero, they're probably going to pick their mid lane now.
Mid lane. Okay. Well, just like you predicted.
It's Listen, I might not be the smartest when it comes to League of Legends, and my gameplay clearly shows that. But one thing overall is that I can see a trend, and I can see a trend coming very quickly. And that's exactly what they did last time. First pick on the support, second pick on the ADC, third pick is on the mid. And now they're going to have these 2 bans here, the Hammerheads, to take out, you know, maybe their most comfortable jungler and their most comfortable top laner. Yep, there's the Akali.
Akali comes back. Yep.
I just really feel like you needed to ban that Akali in those first 3 picks.
Maybe
she
they're
was just
getting
such
a little
a
bit
menace.
confident. Oh, this is a very interesting bot lane here. As we look at Morgana versus Lux, is actually a very hard lane for Lux, because if Morgana just black shields that Q, Caitlyn can't do much with her traps either. So I'm very interested in how jungle will play into this bot lane matchup, because they are like, Lux and Caitlyn aren't going to be able to do much against a Morgana black shield, so they can't really execute their combos. And obviously Misfortune with the newest patch is completely broken. Riot has overbuffed her, so thankfully she's getting nerfed next patch, but she's very, very strong at the moment. Let's see all the second bans.
So they banned the Poppy. That's the only change really in the bans from game number 1 and game number 2 here. For the Hammerheads, they got rid of the Poppy. Didn't want Magic to run that like he did in game number 1. Literally the only difference here when it came to the bans was the last ban for each of them. They banned the Ornn in the top lane, and they banned the jungler for Poppy. They double banned the jungle here with the Amumu as well.
The jungle just pulled 4 bans.
Like, that is...
Damn, just their jungler must be very oppressive, as they had to get 4 of his junglers out of the game.
Seriously,
wow.
They don't want Magic to play anything, apparently. They were like, you know what, let's spend 4 bans on one role or one lane here, and then let's just take out the Scion as well. Why not? But I mean, was
just like my... Oh, sorry?
No, you're good, go.
Yep, so like, I mean, judging from what I saw towards the end of the game, I saw that Hecarim was very oppressive, so, you know, like, I I wouldn't be too shocked that they're banning 4 junglers because of how like aggressive I'm assuming he's playing right now.
It's just
Let's see.
this is just it's just an interesting bans. I just feel like from Titanium didn't really change up too much. Followed by, I mean, the Hammerheads really didn't either when it came to their ban system here. Except just the last person. They banned the Poppy, they banned the Ornn, but now we see Titanium's full roster here. Listen, Zero, I don't know about you, but anytime I see a Dr. Mundo pick, have to predict that team's going to win the series. It's just, unfortunately, I'm contractually obligated that anytime I see Dr. Mundo, I have to say that that team's going to win. I just do.
Even against Illaoi?
Even against Illaoi. I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. They're still picking this. So we get the Lilia jungle with the Mundo in the top, Ahri in the mid, Caitlyn and Lux rocking that bot lane. Going up against the Morgana Misfortune in the bot, the Akali. See, now, Illaoi's going to top this. Now, Akali was their jungler last time. Are we going to see a Volibear then in the mid, do you think? Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I read that wrong. Akali was their mid laner.
Yes.
I was just so used to seeing the Akali just run around everywhere that they wanted to.
So, I mean, looking at top side, we're looking at Illaoi versus Mundo here. I'm not exactly sure if Illaoi's E can actually go through with Mundo Shield. Do you know if that interaction goes through? I'm not sure about that.
You're talking about when like he can't be like immune or whatever. And I guess
So like when his passive is up, can Illaoi still press his E on her? Like does he can he still like take his soul?
I think she no, I really don't think so. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen that before where I've gotten, because I always play, I mean, like I said, Zero, my gameplay knowledge of League of Legends might be hands down the worst thing that anyone has ever seen in the world. No cap, no at all. It's terrible. But I play Corporate Mundo, and I have a buddy of mine who plays a lot of Illaoi. And anytime I saw those tentacles come down and they're going to try to smack me, occasionally I do see the bag of money come out. So I have to feel like that it's that stun and that he is going to be immune to it.
Okay. So it isn't really a CC. It's just like you take his soul, like his Illaoi's E is just basically she just throws a tentacle out and steals your soul, and then she can damage it. It's not really is that a form of CC or is that just a form of damage? So I'm not exactly sure how that interaction will go. If that interaction doesn't work, Illaoi has a very, very hard lane because most of her damage actually comes from her E, just poking Mundo down. So I guess we'll have to see, because just on top of that, Mundo cannot get stunned by Volibear's Q because of his CC immunity shield. So it's going to be a very interesting interaction. As looking at mid, if I remember correctly, Ahri and Akali, obviously not seeing the first game at all, Ahri and Akali has a fairly even matchup depending on how Ahri positions herself.
Yeah, I mean, from what we saw early on, I mean, it was less than, I think we were less than 15 minutes in, and the Akali already had 3, maybe 4 kills.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so like that Akali, like that's why I was turning around and saying like you gotta ban that, like first ban, like you don't want to go against that again. But Titanium wants the pressure, man. They're like, you know what? Let's go ahead here, and I want the sauce, and the sauce they're gonna get. I'm gonna tell you right now. But top lane though for Titanium will be just fine. I have no worries about Mundo because Mundo GOAT. Mundo is the greatest champion of all time. Anyone who wants to fight me on that, you can meet me outside the Future Gaming Esports bleachers because I'm contractually obligated. Like I said, Mundo is best pick. As we see just the bans here coming in, we kind of already saw this here. We're just waiting now for everyone to get their picks and bans in. We can officially see the actual lanes because who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us a little bit.
Yeah. Looking at the 2 junglers now, just seeing the early game will be very influential as Lilia is a farming champion compared to Volibear, who is a heavy ganker. So depending on how Volibear ganks in the early game can really determine like the first 10 minutes of the game, if whether or Hammerheads would win like just right off the bat. Because just thinking mid with Akali and getting her ahead once again is very crucial. And even like honestly, Volibear could gank anywhere, and Hammerheads would be just fine because ganking bot lane has they have good ganking setup with Morgana and MF, plus the Volibear stun. So like he lands something on like he stuns somebody, either it's Lux or Caitlyn, they just instantly die. And looking at mid, he also just if it's like pre-6, if Ahri hasn't hit level 6 yet, Volibear just goes in, presses Q, and then boom, Ahri could already be dead.
Volley does what Volley pleases.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So he has very good gank setup, and he has a really good early game, which is very crucial to this team because he has Akali MF, and those are really just early game champions and mid game. So they start falling off if you don't do anything in the early game.
But I mean, if there's one thing that I've seen from here is that the Hammerheads jungle likes to gank bot. I've noticed didn't really see any really ganks in the top lane much of all. They kind of just let them do their own thing. Which
it's the island, as always.
They're just especially like Hoovy was saying with the new update to just the lanes themselves. Apparently, top lane is just slowly just distance their island from everything and everybody. So, listen, it is what it is. As a top laner, it's a sad day when my island gets a little farther from the truth. But as we are now here going to go into our streamer delayed intermission, we're going to be back shortly. This is Future Gaming Esports week number 2, Division 3 League of Legends game of the Toronto Titanium going up against the Hurricane Hammerheads. We'll be back here shortly, folks. Alrighty, cool. We are going to be rocking and rolling here. We're going to switch over. Should have everything set and ready to go as I just get the final little bits going here. Our little zoom out.
Let's get this game started.
So a little bit different from last time. This time the red team is going to be the Hammerheads, and the left team, aka the blue team, is going to be the Toronto Titanium. We do see the 3 of them here. Rocket on the bottom though. For the Hurricanes coming right in. A little bit of aggression here from Magic. Drops the ward on the top jungle buff. Gonna see if they can scout out which side the Volibear is gonna start at. I really actually don't hate that, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's really good because you want to see if because Volibear starts his tempo on which buff he wants to start. Because usually, if you're starting bot side, you usually want to camp top side because that's just how the camps respawn. Unless he does a 3 camp, then the story is different. But in my opinion, I would always start top side here because he wants to gank bot side level 3 because that's such an easy lane to gank. And he will basically guarantee a flash or maybe a kill. We'll have to see how he passes if he does like a 3 camp, a 4 camp, or even a 5 camp to see how he starts the tempo of this game.
So we do see off the bat, looks like both junglers are going to be opting to going for their bottom jungle buffs here first. As I feel like if you're the Alawi here, like you should attempt to get a pick at level 3. That would just make or break this whole lane. Oh, he's Corporate Mundo too. Oh, Zero, this is gonna hurt my heart.
The swagger of every time he hits a minion.
I just love it. The briefcase getting launched. You know it's just a good day.
Yep. Doesn't his shirt come off if he ults or something?
It does, yeah. He ends up ripping through the suit itself, and he's just in the business shirt under it. It's a beautiful sight.
Oh, he does get a level 2 lead. Let's see if he does something with it. Okay, the E comes through.
Okay, so we were talking about that Zero before too. I did not see the bag of money come out when that E came out.
Ah, so that means it does not proc his immunity. That's going to be very hard. I mean, if I'm Volibear here, I just never touch top lane. Because you are never going to kill Mundo if he just walks away. You will never be able to CC him, so yeah, looking like a mid lane and bot lane camping once again. Oh!
Detach has been so clutch on these roots that he's been hitting.
Wow.
Whether it's Morgana or Lux, he don't care. He's hitting them regardless here.
Jesus. Getting a little bit pushed back. Seems like they did. Oh, Lily getting a little bit low.
Magic? Magic gonna die to this?
I think he's fine. He's still got smite just in case. But this is not very good if he wants to contest that top scuttle. He might have to give it up.
He's 100% gonna have to.
Yep.
Recognizes the Volibear's there. There's nothing you can do. You're just too low health.
Fortunately, he might not get double skull here. Oh, is Volibear going up top side? Never mind. Okay, so he's going to secure a scuttle maybe on bot side. That's not too bad, but he does show mid.
Interesting flex there. Okay.
He's going in for... Oh, he's walking up. Oh. Okay. I think he went a little bit aggressive there because he knew that if Lilia comes into that lane, she just dies.
Oh, 100%.
So,
Lilia
I'm
is
very
like-
surprised Volibear went for Crux instead of double scuttle. That's very interesting. Okay, just a little bit lane poke. Wow. I mean, they're getting chunked slowly, but MF is at almost 1/4 of her mana.
Volibear gets that Cinder, though, with under 5 minutes. Good job on their end right now, just having that item lead off the rip versus the other jungler.
Nope. Oh, just a little poke. Already has no mana. She can do this. She knows that Lilia is probably back at her base. A little bit.
I'm looking how low Sector is right now. I wonder if Detach is coming into... Oh, I really thought he was going to get that. He's been so clutch with those all game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a very hard spot for Caitlyn. She might have to opt in for a back. Okay, she does. If they can freeze this lane if they want to. It's in a perfect position. Oh.
Not
Just
here.
a little bit. Maybe like a little slow push.
You're just looking at all the tentacles that Dablord's got set up over here.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, just 4 of them in almost every... So close to all the grass, too. He's going to channel away, though, because it's not in the grass, so she's not going to be able to see this teleport. He's got a TP. You have to think he's going to use it here to try to back. Yep, and he's going to go ahead and buy the Cinder. Smart move. Look at their gold difference.
Oh. Oh.
Good charm.
Yep.
That
He
charm
is out of
saves-
mana, though.
Listen, that's fine. You can be out of mana there. That charm saves your life. Especially the Akali has not played in game number 1.
Oh, little gank. This is a very hard gank as Ahri doesn't have her charm. Looking like Akali's gonna go in, maybe? Oh, nope. She does
Thought
not have her
about
own, so it would be very troll.
Oh.
Oh, first blood.
Why
On
is
the
it
bot
every
lane.
time we look away, the bot lane, Boxy's going to get the first blood here? Let's see what
Oh.
happens. Oh, big
So we're
root
gonna
onto
get
detach.
okay.
The flash gets used.
And it just goes through like wow.
Yep, she used that ignite. Wanted to make sure she got that kill no matter what. So now you know the Volibear's on the top because they saw it in the interaction in the mid lane. Why not attempt to go in here on this misfortune?
Yeah, they can obviously dive if they want to and just shove in a huge wave and then just make Misfortune suffer.
Is we
That
Volibear.
was very interesting because Morgana actually didn't get her Black Shield up fast enough for the Lux Brew. If she got in that Black Shield, it might have been a different story because Caitlyn was so up on the lane that MF could just slowly hit her. But unfortunately, it does not go through, and they're just going to get this dragon for free.
Ooh.
Another Q hit.
We just wait for the dragon. They're going to go in here.
It is very hard to gank Mundo with just Volibear CC, because you cannot stun him at all.
So much action
Oh,
going
are they
on.
looking for a... Oh! The little juke and the... both flashes
Double
go through.
flash.
Akali is in the
3
same...
flashes.
That's 3. Oh, she does miss the... The plant was missed, and the E also from Akali was missed too. So luckily, Lilia does survive, but she is green for red. I think she just dies here. No flash. Does the bind go through? Oh!
Wow, way to dodge the root there. Magic's going to be able to stay alive here, as it looks like the rest of the Hammerheads are going to go in and just start taking the bottom jungle. Nothing really left on the top either, is the Volibear was up there originally. So no fights really kind of going on right now. Let's go ahead and look at the top lane, ladies and gentlemen. The best lane in League of Legends here. Top lane, best gang.
That's lane. Just filled with tentacles
Absolutely.
everywhere. Just infested. Let's get the ward down.
Puts the ward down. Rift Herald is up right now as well, so you have to wonder if which team's going to make the move for it first, as the Volibear is currently in the bot side jungle. Lilia might potentially look at starting that here.
Yes, and Akali is backing, so this is a perfect situation, as Mundo does have Prio in his lane as well.
You see Ahri's checking out there over in... checking out the jungle, making sure no one's there. Going to drop the ward here just to see. They're showing that she is missing now. I feel like you have this all set up right now for Titanium. Go do the rift. Who's going to stop you?
The only thing that's stopping them is they actually don't know the position of the Volibear. But if you look at it, Ahri has Prio, and they did see Akali back. Mundo also has Prio, so yeah, it was the perfect scenario to do Herald, but it was a missed opportunity. So, oh, they ulted. Both ults traded mid. Nothing happened there.
Interesting flex here. If we look quickly down at the bottom lane, Detach is getting a little bit low in health. This is what happened last time. The engage went in, but misses the ult for Lux. That is a feels bad. Could have had something there real nice. As the rift has now been started by Lilia. Illaoi's starting to back. Oh, but here comes Volley.
Mid lane does have priority, but Illaoi is not there yet. He's just TPing in. Maybe Mundo will do a little bit rotation to help out Lilia here.
Keep the rift on it, but gonna give it up. It's back at full health now. You didn't choose to engage here on Dabbler though on the Illaoi. I don't think you win that fight, Lilia. You gotta that is no.
Not a fight you want to take, as you are a farming champion still. Oh, Morgana looking for potential gank here. And Mundo just presses R.
Listen, press R, get out. It ain't worth.
Yep. It doesn't even matter if Morgana hits her Q, because it's passive.
Let's take a look here. Looks like the rift's coming down. Zessy's been just focus targeting that. Magic try to go in here. Magic does have the does not have a flash to get in, and the rift will go over to the Hammerheads.
That was a very, very good roam by Morgana there, just helping Herald get secured by the Hammerheads.
Oh, here he comes. It's Volibear. He'll mess you up. Gonna choose to back anyway. Mundo is too far gone. He is, though, pretty low health. Let's quickly, though, back up here a couple seconds as a fight happened in the mid lane. It looks like the Akali's going to get a kill onto Susanna here on the Ahri. Let's take a look. Oh, there. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
He does trade kills. That's not too bad. And the lane state is in the middle. Oh, never mind. Morgana does help. Morgana is OG for pushing that lane. For Akali there.
Seriously, Morgana's a real one right now.
Yep.
Speed up that process though here a little bit so we can play a little bit of catch up.
Yep.
We do see some cool stuff going on here.
Some vision being put down. And... oh wow, just barely missed the Q. They're looking for a steal.
Oh, they stole the scuttle.
Oh wow!
Roots. Oh no, Sector. Sector's gonna go down. Boxy's got to use the flash to get out. Just once again, remember how I told you? It just felt like every time, it felt like the Hammerheads just had an advantage going into every single engagement that they have. The teamwork that team has right now is definitely what's winning them this game.
Yes, I definitely agree with you there. As that bind was crazy, and then instantly MF reacted to using our ultimate there.
Fortune didn't even blink an eye. She trusted her support Detach to go ahead and hit that bind.
Oh, that was very aggressive by Lilia there.
Try to seal the dragon. Not going to be worth though, because you're going to die. Yeah. And you're just feeding the
It's also
here.
Just the ocean dragon. It's not like a soul point dragon. It's not a fire drake either. So those are very interesting. That was a very interesting flash by Lilia, as that was only the second dragon. There's no need to want to secure that dragon once more.
So remember, we talked about this earlier, Zero. Under 15 minutes, the Akali's already got 3 kills here. It looks like she's going to try to go in here for her
Oh.
4th.
And I think,
But
wow,
is
she
the
just
turret going to take her? Oh, barely survives.
yeah, she just knows her damage just
40
completely.
HP. The Ignite was used though, but was able to sit there and take out some of these minions, get a little bit more health than what that Ignite was going to do, keeping her alive. Good job on her. And as we quickly just speed up here a little bit just to play some catch up. We're in this little just back and forth right now. Nothing bit too crazy.
Yep, just some standard lane poking. Oh, a little.
Lilia is going to engage here on the Volley Bear. Does not have the level advantage. Oh, here comes Akali. We knew it was coming.
All right, and he just gets gets the Raptors and just walks out, just like that, like the Chad Volibear is.
Honestly, but he's coming in though. The Root gets hit though onto
the
Crit.
ulti comes in. Ooh, the flash follow up, and they secured the kill on Caitlyn.
You see Akali's up here, gonna do the nice charm from Susanna.
Charm? Unfortunately, she's just so ahead.
Oh, that's gonna be another kill right there. As the fight's not gonna engage, Zessy's gonna take out Lilia. This has just been one kill after the other. Great performance so far for the Hammerheads. Like I said, it seems that every fight that they have has been nothing but at least a 2v1, a 3v2. It's going to be perfect for them because they're going to have the advantage going into all these fights, giving themselves the difference and just feeding the Akali right now kills at a 5-1 with a 500 gold bounty on her head.
Yeah.
Go ahead here and just look at the gold that she's accumulated. She's beaten everybody except the Volley Bear. That's really about it right now. But only 100 gold behind them. Honestly, that is a terrific performance in game number 1 from Hexify, and here again in game number 2.
You see these little... Oh, Lilia's looking for a bot lane gank, but it is warded. Oh, not going to be able to do anything as he misses his E. It's the ward. Oh, does he land? Oh, nope, it doesn't. Just a little standard poking here then.
Like something might be potentially happening here in the top lane. The Akali going to try to go in on Mundo. Take this once again, 2v1.
2v1. Is he going to be able to just walk out this time? Let's see.
It's close.
Oh, that was a long slow.
Mundo hit a cleaver on her. Oh,
the Volibear does go in?
They're all going to go in. He missed that.
Once
cleaver
again,
was
that's
huge. Needed to hit that.
Yeah, that's the third time they try to gank Mundo and he just walks away with his R.
Now, Susanna, though, taking advantage of the fact that the Akali did go up into the top lane, going to try to do as much damage, get the bounty that is on this turret, or not the bounty on the turret. Unsuccessful, though. Loudly will take the turret here in the top lane as a potential jungle fight. Oh, he stole it.
He did. Just the smite steal and secured. Wow, that's... What is that? Like the third time Volibear has just walked into Lilia's jungle? And just stolen something right in front of her.
Told you, Volley do what Volley wants here, Zero. He just does not care.
Just the jungle pressure that he's emitting right now is insane, as all his lanes just have priority. So he can get away with stuff like this. Oh, the root lands? Oh.
So we do see some assistance from the red team and telling them, hey, let's start working on the dragon. We know that 3 of them are up there because the Volley Bear just was messing with them. So you're going to trade dragon here for Rift Herald, it looks like. And I'm pretty sure that's not too bad of a trade here, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes getting the turret over just the dragon is always worth it. But this dragon does have a bounty. So it depends on where this herald is dropped and how they use this to their advantage. But, you know, that is a dragon with a bounty, and it's also Fire Drake. But
Dragon's gonna get,
if it gets a double crash, that's definitely worth it. Ooh. That's really good for catching up, because they do have bounties on these turrets.
Let's go quickly here. I mean, you're down by 5 kills, but only 3K in gold. It's really not that bad of a position of what you were used to, at least in game number 1 here from Toronto. Kind of keeping this pretty close. They got a dragon this time. They were unable to get a dragon in game 1. So I'm definitely seeing, you know, maybe at first game was a little bit more of a warm-up. Maybe we see a different Toronto team come out here for game number 2. Maybe force that game 3.
Yes, I mean, that is always a possibility depending on how these next few plays happen.
Is Volley just going to get this turret for free?
Yeah, it seems like it. There's no one contesting. Everyone's just at their base right now. Yep. Oh, he even ults it. But, you know, that's a free tower. We'll take it.
Absolutely. If you are the Hammerheads, you're going to take that, get some of that gold back, have that little bit of a difference there. You were, what's that, about 4K now gold difference here. You're just trying to make that lead as large as possible. We go ahead and just look here at the gold while the next team fight slowly starts to come out, as Foxy's kind of going to get caught by herself here in the mid lane with no help, as the ADC and support for the Hammerheads are here.
She's just stalling and clearing the wave. So that's what you gotta do when nobody's there. You gotta do yourself, just like a independent support you are.
Absolutely. And here comes Sector coming in. Gonna start grabbing more of those last hits here.
Okay. They're just doing a little bit ARAM mid. A little bit of ARAM. Seems like there's... Morgana is securing some vision in the bot side jungle. Let's go. Oh, the bind land? Oh! Wow. These binds are just so good by Morgana here. He sets up perfect vision. Is he going to land another one?
He might. He's thinking about it. Oh, gets the next one. Gonna be able to root out, not gonna be able to help Sector there.
Oh, he trades flash?
Interesting flash there from Crit. Might have just been a misclick there, but got stuck on the wall.
You never know with just that Lux damage, because she does have an ultimate.
Another one.
Wow.
Detach right now having the game of his life.
Yeah, just making plays everywhere. He's already gonna look for a little cheeky. Oh, Lilia. Maybe look for a play. Yeah, there's not much they can do at the moment. There's no objectives. All they can really think about is just a little bit pushing and then maybe catching one of the Toronto. Oh, just like that, catching one of the Toronto players out, and just like that, oh, he dies from another Morgana bind. That's 3 members out, just barely, just because of Morgana binds.
I'm curious though. Volibear just chilling. Had a little bit of an interaction though with Mundo for a couple minutes here, but ends up just getting
Mundo
away.
Does feel it.
Mundo was just vibing. Level 14, no care in the world. These tanky turrets they're just taking the bot lane by storm here. Under 25 minutes here, both turrets in the bottom lane are gone. You've taken 4 of them. You've taken 1 from the top, 1 from mid here, and 2 from bottom. They're going to back here as the new dragon's coming up in about 30 seconds here. You do see Morgana has been there just for, I'm going to think, no ward though? I mean, you got the ward in the bush over here.
I mean, she has enough vision, as she does have all the important points of where Toronto want to walk in. They do have a lot of pink wards during Drake, so I think it's definitely fine for her to just back there and wait for her team to regroup. They know Mundo is topside. Drake is down in 2 seconds. And it spawns. Akali's doing a little bit, pressuring on Lilia.
A little bit of a team fight. Susanna and Hexify just once again just going back and forth there in the bottom, but the real action here is going to be over on the dragon. And there's just...
I think they just get it. Oh, if that Lux.
Yeah, they just watched as they took the dragon. Like, if you're not going to take the dragon there, why not at least try the Rift Herald before it became the Baron that it is now? You could have gotten at least 1 more Rift Herald in to maybe help out that top lane over there who has unable to take that turret. Maybe at least your bottom then. I don't think it's done. Yeah, they're about halfway on both top and bottom turret.
Huh.
Instead, you just watch them take it. Are they going to go for, and then they'll take the Baron too, probably.
Wow. Yeah, they're looking for... This is Mundo. And for the 4th gank. Is he going to just be able to walk it out like last time? Oh, the flash goes through and he pops his ultimate. Somebody gets... Oh, Lilia does get caught here, and does she die for it?
Yep, she is going to go
This
down.
is a free Baron opportunity right here.
Absolutely.
They can easily get mid tower off of this after they just regroup, back and regroup. They have so many bounties on their team. They're very ahead right now.
Go ahead and just look at it. They're about 6k lead when it comes to the gold for this one. As well as, you look at Volibear. We haven't talked too much about it because most action has been on the Akali and what she's going to do. But Volibear's at about 9.4k gold, as is the ADC right now.
Yeah, it's...
You can tell the items are definitely coming in handy, Zero, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's unstoppable right now.
Lux is just walking through Pinkwood Haven. They are looking for... Oh, they were looking for a bot lane tower maybe when they're backing. But they might just get collapsed here. Volibear is queuing in. See some action. Oh, the E does slow him down. MF is on the flank.
Ooh.
Does she get anything? The flash goes through? Oh, the taunt doesn't get anything. Mundo is very far from his team here. Maybe they can do
He's
something.
gonna have to sacrifice the life for the team, Mundo. Be the true top laner you were meant to be.
Tanking it for the team, literally.
Absolutely, especially with the Baron buff. There's no shot. They're gonna win this fight. Oh, and
Akali
here
going
comes
in.
Akali. Oh, the root.
He gets double rooted.
And then
charmed.
Wow. Does he care,
But
though?
it doesn't matter. He's just 2 ahead. And just goes in, presses R, and yep, he gets deleted.
Seriously, look at this. The CS difference right now on that Akali in the mid, 151 to 118. Just really, honestly, over around all of them except top lane, where Mundo has the lead in the CS, they all have at least a 40 to 50 lead here.
They can definitely end here with Volibear ultimate. It's a very easy opportunity if they wanted to. They do want to maybe pressure mid here instead.
They're gonna back up, take out this mid turret. Oh, Hexify, you can't take turret damage. There you go. Just overall, just great performance from the Hammerheads here.
Yeah, Kali just knows her damage perfectly. Oh, the ult does go in for Volibear. He does get charmed. Mundo's in the back line, getting on Akali. Does anything happen though? Oh, flash goes through, and this Lilia ultimate aren't able to do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, this fight is just nothing happens. Everyone just gets out.
They're just gonna back and have a good time. Take some jungle. Hammerheads are gonna grab some more of it. Grab some extra stuff. They got about a minute and 20 seconds here before the next rift. Before the next dragon shows up. It would be potential dragon number 4 for them here.
Yeah, that's a soul. They're at soul point. This is a very crucial dragon. If they can contest this and steal it, they can maybe turtle the game a little bit more. But it's going to be very hard with their gold deficit right now.
Seriously, it's almost 10k at this point. It's just like, if you don't take this dragon, I feel like this game is basically going to be over here.
But if they fight for the Drake and they lose the game. They can just... If the waves are pushed in when Dragon spawns and a teamfight breaks out, Hammerheads can just beeline mid and end the game.
Oh,
if they wanted to.
Down here. They're going to get some quick picks here.
Push.
Oh my god.
But Lilia does... Wow, the Morgana bind once again making the plays. Although Lux does live. Oh, Mundo on the front line.
Mundo, throw the suitcase, file the lawsuit. Come on, Mundo.
Yep. If you remember from the last fight, Mundo literally walked in 1v5 and he survived. So
yeah, that's true. Let's go ahead while they're taking this here. I want to go ahead and look at the items that Mundo's got right now. He's rocking that Frost Gauntlet. He's got the Thorn Meal, his cowl, and his boots. He's only got about 1 or 2 more items I feel like left, and he'll be at a decent point where he'll just be big. But yeah, wow, free dragon. That was freer than the games that I go against the enemies with. I give out free RR in this game, just free points. If you wanna climb your rank, just go against me in rank. I got you.
Giving a music man out here homing for the free LP.
Absolutely.
Volibear does go in. Isn't able to make anything happen though. Morgana Bind does miss as well. And they secure the inhibitor, which is not that bad. Oh! Unfortunate. The Lilia flash forward. Mundo is in there tanking. He's not going to be able to take enough. MF ultimate comes out.
That.
Oh. Wow, that was a lot of damage from Illaoi. That was 1 W, and that's Ari's health right there. Just half of it gone.
I'm curious. I'm just going to see where she's at. Alright, so they're just going to go... They're going to clear out the top wave here. You got about less than a minute before the Baron shows up. Just try to push out, take this tower, and then go Baron, and then close it out. I feel like if you're the Hammerhead, that's what you do here. You're just too beefy.
Solid game plan. See a little bit poking going through. Lux does hurt a little bit with all her range.
And she
but
has
it's
her
going to be hard for Toronto.
I don't think she sees how low detaches. She could get that pick.
Oh. Ooh, unfortunate that does miss. And Lily just gets bopped. Just like that. Wow. Macaulay just knowing her damage and how much she can output and just destroy the enemy here.
I don't even think that... I think they might just not go Baron.
Yeah, they can... Volibear almost has his ultimate. He can just hold the towers and maybe just make for a dive. Macaulay has so much damage. Adding with the Misfortune, like... Let's see what happens.
Mundo gets grabbed immediately, though, by Illaoi.
Macaulay's in once more. Oh, he does have another charge of R. Maybe he goes in on Kaylin. Oh, yep. Just like that. Well, Macaulay does die there.
Ooh, there's a chance. There, you have a chance now. The tower... You still have a tower up to do some damage, but the tower is now officially down. It's going to be straight on to their objective here. The Lux is going to get taken down. Sector's going to get taken down, and this should all but do it here. It looks like the Hammerheads have swept the Toronto Titanium here in a 2-0 fashion. Congratulations to the Hammerheads taking the series 2-0 here. I mean, just overall a great performance from the Hammerheads in this one. I really got nothing bad to say about their game.